Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Big news about projected retirement contribution limits for 2023. Benefits firm Mercer recently released its forecast for next year's annual contribution limits, and its projections indicate that those limits will see unprecedented increases for 2023. Why is this happening?
Obviously, inflation is pretty high right now. So to kind of
Hmm.
match with that, it makes sense, right? To increase the amount that you put into a retirement plan or individual retirement account to keep up with what's going to happen in the future, longevity wise. We don't know if inflation is going to stay like this, but hopefully it doesn't. But it does make sense to increase the contribution limits to match it.
Hmm. Okay, so I feel like when we talk about maxing out our retirement accounts, a lot of people think of their 401k. That's what a lot of us are familiar with. This
Mhm.
is a quick look at 2022 contribution limits. But when we think of retirement accounts, Thomas, and maxing out or prioritizing where we put our money, what do I need to keep in mind?
I like those are the first two things I like to talk to my clients when they're looking at accumulation on the front end. Some people are not in that space. Some people are in the distribution space. But if you're looking at putting money away, I'm an advocate of highly maxing out rather your 401ks up to the match.
Hmm.
That's free money, right? And then essentially looking at your individual retirement accounts and maxing those out. If you have money left thereafter, then you want to look at your other financial goals. If it's paying down debt, or if it's still accumulation at that point, then you want to look at some other avenues to kind of dump some money into maybe cash value, life insurance,
Hmm.
annuities,
Hmm.
anything that can help you on that accumulation phase.
And you and I were talking offline about there are still a lot of moving parts out there about what's going on, and these are only projections. But there are some rumors that the limits for the Roth will also be increased. And I know that getting that tax-free money is something that you really encourage clients to consider.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Roths are the way to go. I set up most of my clients with those just because we don't know what the tax environment is going to be like here in the next 20 years. We are in the lowest tax environment in the history of the United States. We do have a high tax bill, so it's only evident that the taxes will be increased to kind of pay that stuff down in the future. So if you can get that money into that after tax money right now, pay the taxes on it now, put it into a Roth. It goes tax deferred, and then pull it out later in the future, and you're going to save yourself a tax bill in the future.
Hmm. Okay, so I hear you saying it's very important to at least max out to the match. As my dad said, don't leave money on the table, right? So let's just say that I get a year-end bonus of $6,000. Do I put it towards my mortgage? Do I put it in a Roth? Do I put it in my 401k? Do I put it in my portfolio? What do I do with that money?
Yeah, so it depends on what your financial goals are. Obviously paying down debt is a big deal, right? But I highly recommend maxing out your IRAs. Max those out, and then that money that's left over, if you want to reduce that debt, if you're looking at sending your kids to college and you want to put money in a college plan, then look at those deals. But it's really going to come down to what are your overall financial goals.
Hmm.
That extra money that you get, it can be a windfall. Max those out. Look at maybe paying down debt, or maybe putting it somewhere safe that it can grow for you
Hmm.
aggressively. If that
Hmm.
makes sense. Yeah.
No cookie cutter answer warrants a conversation. So, Thomas, if somebody would like to have that conversation with you, what's the best way to reach you?
Absolutely. You can reach me on my web through my website. You can schedule some time. Info at Martin Heritage Group LLC.com. You can also shoot me an email at info at Martin Heritage Group LLC.com, and then you can also give me a call 651-503-6064. And then I'm also on all social media platforms at Martin Heritage Group LLC, or MHG LLC. You can reach me on Twitter.
All the places. You're
All the
there.
places. There you go.
Very responsive. That's what I like about you. All right, Thomas, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.